And now today's painting, The Brown Cat. Let me tell you a little story. It's called The Brown Cat's Secret. First, before we get there, let's go to today's Bible verse. And it ties right in with the story. It's Proverbs 17:22. A cheerful heart is good medicine, but a broken spirit saps a person's strength. Now let's get back to the story. See, there was once a brown cat, and he made his home behind the local hardware store. Well, there wasn't much to look at there. He was a little scruffy, a little round, and often he was covered in sawdust. But what he lacked in polish, he made up in personality. Every morning, as the shop owner opened up the door, the brown cat would trot proudly to the front door. He would sit on the mat, puff up his little chest, and greet every customer like he owned the place. And people absolutely loved it. The locals started calling him the manager. If a customer came in grumpy, well, he would curl around the leg of that customer, and somehow that frown would simply fade. Of course, it had to. If someone dropped a screw, well, he'd bat across the floor like it was a game. He had no paycheck, no title, and certainly had no clue he'd become the town's favorite employee. One morning, the owner decided to put a small sign out on the front of the door, and it read, "Come in and meet the manager," because he's perfectly professional. Well, business picked up, and customers came from neighboring towns just to see the brown cat. They would take photos, buy a few things, and leave smiling. And that's when the owner realized the brown cat had done something that no advertising could ever do. He did not try to impress anyone. He just showed up with joy every single day. You see, joy is contagious, and genuine kindness is hard to ignore. And that's when the owner decided to give the manager an official name tag. The name tag, it read, Mr. Brown, Head of Happiness. And from that day forward, the shop never had a bad morning again. Sometimes the simplest creatures, like the brown cat, reminds us of life's greatest lessons. You don't have to have it all together to make the world a little brighter. You just have to show up with a little love and a little kind and a little cheerfulness. Because like the verse of the day, Proverbs 17:22, that cheerful heart is good medicine. Remember, the sun always rises.